Kansas City is on the road at Denver. This is out to 10.5 in favor of Denver. 39.5 to 40 is our total out there. Kansas City has come out, and the Chiefs are not going to play their starters this week. And Denver, of course, everything in the world to play for. Mo, I know this is your team, so I will ask you as a fan, and this is what I always say to somebody. Sometimes if you ask a fan or a bettor, that can also lead you to a play in a game. And if you're Kansas City and you do hold the keys to keeping Joe Burrow and the Bengals out of the playoffs, right? Wouldn't you like extra lose to Denver? Like, wouldn't you want Denver in the playoffs over Cincinnati? Like, isn't that what you would prefer? Because I know you don't play them right off, but there's a chance that you could run into Cincinnati. And I think like 10 times out of 10, you'd rather play Denver than Cincinnati. And so I don't know. I mean, obviously they're going to rest the starters for health reasons, but isn't there like extra motivation to just let Denver win?
I don't think the Chiefs care about that. I would expect them not to. I mean, the only way they would ever see Cincinnati is if they beat Buffalo. So, which, like, thanks. You know, and they would be obviously pretty solid favorite. I mean, the easiest path for the Chiefs definitely involves Denver being in the playoffs because that means they end up only facing one of Buffalo, Baltimore, Cincinnati, which have been their primary AFC rivals. Now, that being said, I don't know if they're thinking that far ahead. That's just like so many ifs and buts that I doubt they're worried about that. This is one of the early bets I made that I still really, really like. I think Chiefs plus 10.5 is a crazy line and really disrespectful to this Chiefs staff and Carson Wentz. Listen, we just talked about how the Eagles are making game plans for the Washington and Green Bay. Like, the Chiefs don't have anything to game plan for. They know they have a bye. This is still one of the best coaching staffs in the NFL making a game plan for their backups. I'm certain they are going to be working their normal hours and effort trying to make these guys look good. They know the Chiefs are such a together organization. They know these guys need good tape for their next jobs. And I think the Chiefs actually care about that and care about their players. And the staff and the players are in such harmony that they're going to be working hard with nothing else to prepare for. It would be different if the Chiefs were like, okay, we know we play, the winner of, in the past, whatever it was, Jacksonville Chargers, I think last year or 2 years ago, whatever it was. That's different. This is, they know they're off. I think they're going to be putting together a normal, solid game plan here. Wentz is probably an elite backup. We saw him immediately come in and I think win a game last year. Ice cold, hadn't really played all year, I believe. Listen, guys, I'm going to get on my soapbox for a second as a Chiefs fan. I have seen so many worse quarterbacks than Carson Wentz thrive under Andy Reid. Okay? I have seen Andy Reid direct Chad Henne in person to touchdowns in the playoffs coming in cold off the bench, okay? I have seen Matt Moore win a professional football game against a decent team on the road. I have seen the Chiefs compete with a Green Bay team that was pushing for the Super Bowl with Matt Moore. I mean, Carson Wentz is a step up from these guys.
Yeah.
I don't understand how the Chiefs are getting 10.5 this game. I know the Broncos need to win, but that does not mean that they need to blow the Chiefs out, and I don't think they will. So I like the Chiefs quite a bit here. I don't know if they can win or if they really want to win, but 10.5 is a lot, man.
So I do have a question for you, and this is from, and because I took a very, very hard look at this. So we know Kelsey isn't going to play. Is it going to be Noah Gray or is it going to be Hendershot? Or do you think it'll be a combination of both? Because if it's Noah Gray, who already is kind of a part of the offense and now gets the prime role in all of this, like, I can see a big day for this dude. And like, I mean, You're getting over 4-1 for anytime touchdown on a Noah Gray. You're getting like other stuff. Like I was tempted to pull the trigger, but I haven't quite yet.
Yeah, I would guess it's both. I would have to look at the Chiefs' tight end depth, but I think that, the Chiefs love to play a lot of 12. Mm-hmm. I mean, maybe that's a little different now that they have Hollywood Brown. But again, we could see Hollywood Brown out there getting reps. Yeah. I mean, it's not like he had a lower body injury where like they'd be worried about him re-aggravating it running around out there. It's probably the opposite, where they want him to, like, they had his snaps so limited in his first game. I didn't check the second one, but I would guess they want to get him reps and keep working him into his best shape for the playoffs. So I could see him being out there, and he's probably a prime target for a Carson Wentz bomb. And the total is so low here too. I kind of like the over, but again, if the total is anything close to sharp around 40, laying 10.5 seems crazy in that spot.
Hendershot to score a second half touchdown. So let's say they did go with Gray in the first half and then Hendershot in the second half. It's 20-1 for him to score a second half touchdown. Again, if you just want some fun bets this week, guy, in a week that is hard to handicap, right? Like in a week, if there's any week, if you want to make some fun bets just to have some sweats because you're going to be watching the games anyway, week 18 would be that week. It's a hard handicap as it is anyway. So I don't like turn my nose up at people who do this type of stuff in week 18. And look, Peyton Hendershot probably is going to be out there in the second half of this game. It's 20-1 for him to catch a touchdown in the second half of the game. So just, again, something that if you wanted a fun 20-1 ticket to have in your account, it's out there for you.